Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked out the window at the sunrise, and felt a quiet sense of peace wash over you? Or maybe, on some days, you found yourself focusing more on the little aches, the things you can't do as easily as you used to, or the worries that seem to linger a little longer than they should. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Life after 70 comes with its own set of challenges, but it also brings something truly beautiful, the gift of perspective. And one of the most powerful ways to harness that perspective is through gratitude. Now, you might be thinking, gratitude? Isn't that just about saying thank you now and then? Well, it's so much more than that. Gratitude, especially in this chapter of life, can be a game changer. It can shift your mood, improve your health, and even deepen your relationships. And the best part? It doesn't cost a thing, and you can start right where you are. In this video, we're going to explore 5 simple but profound ways to practice gratitude every single day, habits that can truly transform how you experience life after 70. These aren't complicated rituals or time-consuming exercises. They're small, meaningful shifts that can make a big difference in how you feel. So, let's begin with the first way to bring more gratitude into your life. Start your day with a grateful heart. Mornings set the tone for the rest of the day. Instead of reaching for the phone to check the news or immediately thinking about your to-do list, take just a moment, before your feet even hit the floor, to think of one thing you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of your blankets, the sound of birds outside your window, or the fact that you have another day to enjoy. You don't have to write it down, though you certainly can if you'd like. Just let that feeling of thanks sink in for a few seconds. It's amazing how this tiny pause can shift your entire outlook. Instead of rushing into the day with stress or worry, you're starting from a place of appreciation. And when you do that, you'll often find that the rest of the day feels a little lighter. Now, the second practice is just as important. Notice the small joys throughout your day. Gratitude isn't just for the big moments, the birthdays, the holidays, the milestones. It's in the everyday things that we often overlook. The way your coffee tastes just right in the morning. The smile from a neighbor as you pass by. The comfort of your favorite chair at the end of the day. Try this, pick one ordinary moment today, maybe while you're eating a meal or sitting outside, and really savor it. Think about how lucky you are to have that moment. When we train ourselves to notice these little things, life starts to feel richer, more abundant. And the more we look for these small joys, the more we seem to find them. Now, let's talk about the third way to practice gratitude. Reflect on the people who've made a difference in your life. Think about someone, whether they're still with you or not, who has brought kindness, love, or even just a bit of laughter into your world. It could be a family member, an old friend, a teacher, or even a stranger who showed you unexpected kindness. Take a moment to really remember them, to feel thankful for the role they played in your story. If that person is still in your life, consider telling them how much they mean to you. A phone call, a letter, or even a quiet thank you can mean the world to both of you. And if they're no longer here, you can still hold that gratitude in your heart. Sometimes, just remembering them with love can bring a deep sense of peace. Now, these first 3 practices, starting your day with gratitude, noticing the small joys, and reflecting on the people who've mattered, are already powerful ways to bring more appreciation into your life. But there are 2 more habits we'll explore next that can take this even further. So, let's keep going. You know, one of the beautiful things about gratitude is that it doesn't just stay inside of us, it has a way of spreading. When we focus on what we're thankful for, it changes how we interact with the world around us. And that brings us to the 4th way to practice gratitude daily. Turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Now, I know what you might be thinking, how can I be grateful for the hard things? And you're right, it's not always easy. Life after 70 can come with its share of difficulties, aches and pains, losses, or changes we didn't expect. But gratitude isn't about pretending those things don't exist. It's about finding the strength or the lesson within them. For example, maybe you've had to slow down a bit, and at first, that felt frustrating. But in that slower pace, perhaps you've noticed things you used to rush past, the way sunlight filters through the trees, the pleasure of a long conversation, or the time to really enjoy a good book. Even in hardship, there's often something to learn or a way it's shaped you. Try this. The next time something doesn't go the way you hoped, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can this teach me, or is there a small silver lining here? You might not always find one right away, and that's okay. But just asking the question shifts your focus from frustration to curiosity, and that's where gratitude often begins to grow. Now, the fifth practice is one that can bring immense joy, not just to you but to others as well. Express your gratitude out loud. We often think grateful thoughts but keep them to ourselves. Maybe we assume people already know how we feel, or we worry it might sound sentimental. But here's the truth, people love to be appreciated. A sincere thank you or "I'm so glad you're in my life" can brighten someone's entire day. This doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It could be thanking the cashier who bags your groceries with care, telling a friend how much their laughter means to you, or even leaving a kind note for a family member. When we express gratitude, it creates a ripple effect, it lifts others up, and in return, we feel lighter and more connected. And here's a little secret, the more you express gratitude, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you'll start noticing even more things to appreciate, and your days will feel fuller because of it. Now, these 5 practices, starting the day with gratitude, noticing small joys, reflecting on meaningful people, finding lessons in challenges, and expressing thanks out loud, are simple but powerful. But there's one more thing that ties them all together, and that's what we'll explore next. You know, gratitude is a bit like tending a garden. The more care you give it, the more it flourishes. And just like a garden, it doesn't just beautify your own life, it spills over and touches everyone around you. That brings us to the heart of what makes gratitude so transformative after 70. It reminds you that life, even with its wrinkles and weariness, is still overflowing with gifts, if you choose to see them. Now, let's talk about how to weave all these practices together into something that feels natural and uplifting. The key is to make gratitude a habit, not a chore. You don't need to set aside hours for meditation or keep a perfectly detailed journal, unless you want to. It's about small, mindful moments that add up over time. For example, try pairing gratitude with something you already do every day. While you're brushing your teeth in the morning, think of one thing you're looking forward to. When you sit down for a meal, take a second to appreciate the flavors, the hands that prepared it, or the fact that you have food to enjoy. These tiny pauses train your mind to spot the good, even on tougher days. And here's something important to remember: gratitude isn't about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about holding both the hard and the sweet at the same time. Maybe your knees ache when you walk, but you're grateful you can still stroll through the park. Perhaps you miss someone dearly, but you feel thankful for the years you had together. Life after 70 is rich with these layered moments, and gratitude helps you honor all of them. If you're ever feeling stuck, try this. Look around wherever you are right now and find 3 things you're grateful for in this very moment. The lamp casting a warm glow, the photo of a loved one on the shelf, the quiet hum of the refrigerator, ordinary things we often take for granted. This simple exercise can ground you instantly in the present, where gratitude always lives. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: gratitude is your lifelong companion, one that grows wiser and deeper with age. Some days it will come easily, like sunshine through your window. Other days, you might need to search for it like a hidden treasure. but it's always there, waiting to soften your edges and brighten your perspective. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small thing you're grateful for today? Share it in the comments below. Let's create a little wellspring of appreciation together. And if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more conversations like this. Remember, no matter what number follows your age, your capacity for joy and thankfulness only grows richer. Here's to seeing the extraordinary in your ordinary days. You've earned every bit of that goodness.